It's probably gone just about all the way.
I think it goes all the way, Uji. Look at that. What a hit that is. That's a powerful hit. I mean, those shots, to play those, you're basically cutting, uppercutting the ball, and when it's going all the way, that's a powerful strike. And you see the fielders there looking to find the ball. Well, watch out for the snakes in there, boys. You have snakes in Germany? What you got out here? Well, snakes?
Not as many as down under, that's for sure.
Well, I wouldn't want to be going in those bushes. Positive start. Yeah, this is just what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Yeah, you lost a wicket. It's not what you want. It's not ideal. But look at the score on the board. Score on the board is good. Guntur here at the moment. He's batting beautifully, and we know he's been joined out by a man, Murthy, who also made a big contribution for them. So it's all about staying there. I mean, look, once again, you do not want to lose that wicket here now. So,
under pressure here is Assad. See if he can bounce back. He tries to find the block hole. It's taken on the full. Nicely guided to the fielder at square leg. That'll be another single. Sriram Gurumurthy be on strike for the first time in this innings. Let's see what he's got to offer here.
Assad had a good day yesterday. More with the bat, with the ball. Again, finding it difficult to get a good line. What I saw, Ujwal, I mean, both of us are bowlers. What I saw yesterday was bowlers didn't get that Yorker length delivery in. And on this pitch, well, that's what you've got to go to. That's better. You see, all of a sudden, it makes a difference. Batter can't get underneath it. No room to manoeuvre it on the offside boundary. It's not short. They can't pull or hook you. That's what you got to bowl. That's what the captain will be saying. He'll be saying, guys, we should have learned this yesterday. Pitch the ball up. That's what KK will be saying. End of the over. What a good start it is. I mean, okay, they've lost that one wicket, and it's a big wicket to lose because Rohit is a key player, but 31 on the board. We've got to keep this going. This is what we had yesterday. Look at that. All teams won a match, all lost a match. So net run rate is going to be absolutely crucial here. And one team that know that are the Koln Challengers. They lost out in a quarter-final spot last time, finishing 5th in the group behind the Boosters. Net run rate was what let them down.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I think every team will want to get ahead on those points. Don't want to leave it too late for the net run rate to come in, but it's worthy to keep an eye on it. This man, Farmanullah Miyakal, splendid with the ball yesterday. He's been handed the ball by his skipper to come and make some dents here within this power play. Well, that's a gentle loosener once again, first up, and a bit of a misfield there as well. Well, they're trying to sneak in a second here. That could be a little risky, but they end it safely.
Good running. I like that. It's not just about, as we say quite often, and it's one of the things that we do criticise sometimes batters about, they don't hustle, they don't put pressure on the field. They did there. So not only are they playing nice shot, they're taking the singles as well, turning ones into twos. Short again, you see. Well, this one, if he picks up and throws direct, could be close. But again, good running. They're taking them on. They're backing themselves to do it, both these batters. So Murthy, the new batter out there, is supporting Guntur pretty well at the moment.
That's the thing about running, isn't it, Rico? When both batters understand each other really well, you know when to go for it, and quite often those half runs there can successfully be completed, especially in the short format of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that understanding?
Door here, it's been looking good. Once again, tries to lift that one over the infield, fails to make contact.
Yeah, I mean, this is the line we're talking about. I mean, he's got away with that, but he's bowling short, and you probably find out the batter here now is saying, okay, Mikael, if that's what you're going to do, I'm ready for the next one. I'm ready. I'm waiting. Let's see how this goes. He was ready, but he misses out on it. But no change from the plan from the bowler. He wants to keep it short, Mikael, here. Bowled very well yesterday. He was probably one of the pick of the bowlers. Probably pretty consistent in both the matches they played.
I think he got a little lucky there. 2 balls in a row that Miyakal. Those balls were up there for the taking. Fails to make connection on that occasion. Guntur.
Got him! Right up there in the block hole. That's the difference it makes, you see. He saw the short stuff. All right, it was swinging and missing, so he got away with it. Right in the block hole. He knocks him over. That, my friends, is a boogie, oogie, oogie, kookaburra. 5 ball. Chuck their putney style. They send another one back. So, though the runs are piling on, they have got the 2 big batters here now. So Guntur, after a positive start, 20 of 10 he was, but the 11th ball just a little bit too spicy for him. It's right up there in the block hole. Gets the man. It's as easy as that. That's what I always say to the little ones out there. boys and girls that are learning the game, get the ball up there. Don't worry about charging in. Don't worry about a long run up. A few paces, arm up, and get that shoulder over and get that ball pitched right up. Hit those stumps, hit the timber. And that's exactly what the bowler did there, Michael. So once again, he's proven his worth and doing the job for his captain. 35 for 2, a ball to go in the power play.
So now Arvind has made his way out to the middle. Michael, such a reliable bowler. Oh, there's an edge on that one. It'll sail over the fielder inside the circle. Another welcome boundary within the power play for the Koln challengers. Doesn't matter how they come, as they say. Michael will be disappointed with that outside edge, but once again, a lot of width on offer. We saw some early success with bowling straight at the wickets. Tried to shape this one away, got an outside edge, but doesn't matter how they come here, Rico.
Boundary to boundary. I mean, that's one thing that Jerome was saying last week. You know, when you look in the book, no matter what grief the bowler's giving you, I mean, I remember that saying, you know it well, look in the book. You're lucky, look in the book. It doesn't tell you how those runs were scored, it just says 4. And it's a very good power play, 39 for 2. The question here now is, I think a lot depends on Gurumurthy. The other batters, I mean, we haven't really seen, apart from the 3 that we mentioned there, 2 have already gone. Gurumurthy is the only one left. He's going to need some support, so Aravind hopefully will be able to do that. But this is where now the field's now also spread. This is now where maybe the game plan slightly changes for the batters. They still will want to play their shots, but they just need to be a little bit more careful now, because the field gets spread pretty quickly. And just having a look here, he got long on his back. Square leg has been pushed back. Nobody in the mid-wicket area on the boundary at the moment. So that's where the batters may be eyeing up.
Harun Khan here, he runs in, gets a good one first up. Gurumurthy playing a miss. He wasn't too pleased with how he bowled yesterday, Harun Khan. He had some issues finding his footing. He was in his bowling stride. I want to make amends today. He's a talented all-rounder. We already spoke volumes about his batting prowess. Showed us what he can do. Scored a quick fire 49 of 16 deliveries. Can he deliver with the ball as well? Oh, this one's up in the air. Once again, Rico, the fielders are too far deep.
Yeah, can't believe that. If you're the bowler there, you gut it, because you're saying, look, hang on, I've got sweepers out on the offside. I've got a man back, extra cover. That if you got the lines right, that man is right in between those two, so he's covering that. Why isn't one of these guys in at least another 10, 15 meters to put the pressure on? You can see that that's exactly what Harun is saying here now. He's saying, come on, I want somebody in there. Captain, at the moment, doesn't seem to be responding.
They're not saving a 1 there, nor are they saving a boundary.
That's a single all day, every day. There's got work to do here, third man. Is he going to catch up with this? Has to get down, has to get dirty. And oh no, it's a clanger. Gets it all wrong, it goes through him. That is going to hurt as well. And just like that, they score at the rate that the game keeps going. Look, you've got to stop these. I mean, that's poor cricket. Really
ran
poor.
Past the boundary there, Rico. I think he tried to field that one outside the boundary.
I think you're right, because you see where he's sitting. He's already past that boundary. Losing his bearings.
This one's a plain a miss again. There was some width on offer. It was short. And Arvind there trying to get some bat, to try and find that gap again behind square on the offside.
Yeah, this is what I'm liking about this pitch. I like the bounce on it. I like if you bang the ball in, you get reward. But you gotta, I mean, there's no point just banging it in anywhere. You gotta bowl short at the batter. No width.
Struck into the offside here. Some cleaning up to do. There was some hesitation there between the batters. They were considering a second run there.
Oh no, this is just from bad to worse. It's gonna be 5. This is crazy stuff. I mean, it should only be a single. Has the wicketkeeper booted this to the boundary? I think they have. I don't think this is taking contact. Look, have a look at the throw. I mean, we're squinting here because of the sun, trying to look at the monitor. I reckon the keeper, somebody's running in to back this up. Have a look. Yeah, look at that. He boots it. It's a left footer into the back of the net. Well, I know that a few football teams yesterday had problems scoring goals. Well, have a word with the wicketkeeper, Zahir Abbas. Maybe he's got to he's got a different role he could be playing. Maybe he could be a striker for one of the teams in the Premiership. That, I've never seen that before. Make a note of that, Ujwal, because that has to go up on social media. And now the bowler, well, of course he's getting annoyed. He's thinking, what are you doing? First of all, you're giving singles away. Then you're not stopping the ball. And then you're throwing it away and you're giving 5 away. What is going on here? Well, Bonn Blue Stars, they do like to make it difficult for themselves. We saw this yesterday in the first game. Was 5, that's been confirmed. The thing is though, if the batters actually ran properly there, I think that could have been more than 5. If they could have completed 2. That would have been a 6. Quite amazing. Anyway, it's time for us to say good morning, everybody. Welcome to a very sunny Sheffield. The sun is it's baking in here at the moment. I mean, the sun's right on us. Once that goes over us, it'll be a bit easier, but we're not complaining. Rather have the sunshine and be watching cricket in the sun. We're going to have 4 brilliant matches today, starting with this. Remember, we've got the defending champions out there, Bonn Blue Star, but at the moment, they're making hard work of this. They have picked up 2 wickets. I get the feeling, though, 2 more wickets, and they'll be able to contain, but they're not bowling well at the moment.
No, and those 2 words we spoke about yesterday, Rico, game awareness. Apparently, the Bonn Blue Stars need to wake up once again. A couple of sloppy shows there in the field.
Yeah, but once again, you see that delivery there. You got a good bowl. I mean, Mirkan is a good bowler. I don't know why he's bowling short. I don't understand it. I mean, he'll get 1 ball right up there, but all the others are short, and that's what the batters need to be looking for. Sometimes, though, I do believe this, and I know this in my earlier days playing. If you got to a pitch that was giving you some reward, you then automatically you get that line short, and then it's very difficult to change it.
Well, Rico, I have no problem with the shot delivery when it's well directed, like on that occasion. When he bowls a shot and gives the batter a lot of width and room to play those uppercuts, that's when you have an issue. Oh, well, Mirkel's probably got other plans. He's setting them up beautifully here. Bowls this one a little slower than the previous delivery, and it's just handed back to the bowler, who will oblige and gladly take that one. Mirkel's on the wicket column once again. Got one on his very first over. Strikes again. So despite the runs that are coming their way, the Koln challengers are losing a few wickets here.
Yeah, have a look at the way this has been played though. Look at the batter. Look where he's going. I mean, maybe he doesn't like the short stuff, but he's already going down leg, so he's put himself in no position to be playing a shot to that. If he stays in his crease, maybe he goes back. I mean, he's pretty deep anyway. So if he stays in his crease, stays standing upright, that ball's down the leg side. Even if it misses it, it's a wide ball. But it's a hit. You go back, you hit, play across the line, play your pull shot, and you're getting runs. You're getting 4 runs. There's nobody sort of there on the 45, but he's shying away from it. So I mean, that tells me that Arinder, he doesn't like the short stuff. He's a little bit afraid of it, and maybe that's the plan. That was the plan to him from Mirkal. He's probably thought, I know you don't like it short. I'm going to keep peppering you with the shorter stuff, and I know you're going to give you a wicket away, and he does. So Mirkal, he picks up his second. He's bowling well at the moment. He knows what he's doing, obviously. 2 for 7. He's got 4 balls to bowl to complete. He's over the score now, 50 for 3. By just letting the new batter know what's coming his way, and that's Dunphy.
Cal here comes in again, banks this one shot. Just a bit of room there to dab it in the offside, and Dunphy takes a single, gets off the mark with that one. And Cal here bowling to his plans. Still not too pleased to see the fielders in the offside standing right at the edge of the circle. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Singles and offer all day long. And they're not cutting out boundaries either. And that's a white ball there for Mirkel, trying to put in a bit of extra effort there. I've got a question for you, Rico. How do you see, which side of the debate rather would you fall on when you're talking about talent versus effort when it comes to cricket, of course?
Okay, very good question.
You can mull on that one, as we see another delivery here from Mirkel. Well, he makes good contact on this occasion. They have some protection in the deep. They should run back for a safe second here. It's a good arm there from deep, but it'll be 2 runs on the boat.
Yeah, just going to say before going to that bit of cricket there, this is what me and you are talking about. That fielder that is right in the circle, well, this ball is going over him, right? So he's not able to do anything about the ball going in. There's a fielder behind him. So he might as well be right up, where he's going to actually serve the purpose. Where he is now, it's not serving a purpose for me. Once again, in the same area, but this time it can't be stopped. That's been hit beautifully. What a lovely time shot that is. There's a fielder out there, the man we're talking about. But look, he's only got to move a couple of meters. Can't do nothing about this. Good shot, powerfully hit.
Once again, case in point there, Rico. Those fielders on the edge of the circle, all they could do was watch it sail over their heads.
I mean, class versus talent. Talent, of course, is important. Talent means you've got the skill, you have the ability, and effort. You talk about the effort. For me, you see, it also depends. Some people are talented, but how do you apply that talent? You know, so many times I've been around players, around teams which are talented teams, but the attitude there from the players isn't there. This is well bowled. It's the full. Oh, this could be. Oh, it just gets away from me. If this went to the bowler, well, the bowler had to be quick enough, get the ball in hand, and pick up the stumps. Would have been out. But yeah, so I'd go with effort any day. Honestly, I really would, because sometimes when you're giving 110%, and even you've got a talented player that thinks, this is too easy for me. Well, you know who's going to come up on top. And when you've got that effort, when you got all the players out there, all 11 players giving effort, I don't think and you've got a talented side that is only giving 40%, you know who's going to win. So for me, that's the way it is. I think there's a lot of talented players, but you've got to put that effort in as well.
I'm with you there, Rico. And at the end of the first 5 overs, the Koln challengers have put up a formidable 15-9. They've lost 3 wickets, but they're not hitting the pause button. Sriram Gurumurthy is in good company here with Nagendra Donti, and they're keeping the runs flowing. Let's see if Harun Khan can make some incisions here. Well, they're going with the short ball. This will be another single to the man at short third man. I agree with you, Rico. I think effort often counts almost twice as much as talent does. And that is often visible here on the field when you're looking at this short form cricket. Quite a few talented batters who don't have the temperament or don't put in the hours to polish their craft. Here's Harun again, playing a miss in the offside. A warm welcome to everyone over here in the chat who are chiming in. Priyank 1729 wants to add to this discussion. Vinod Kamble is the best example of talent accompanied by wrong attitude. You'll find some agreement there amongst cricket lovers. Priyank. Well, this one's edged away past the keeper. It's making its way past the man in the deep as well. 4 more runs. Welcome boundary there for Koln challengers.
Yeah, again, doesn't matter how you get him, you get him. And sort of, he plays that pretty well. I think he knows what he's doing there. Is Donthi gets it past the keeper and the third man. Well, this just tells you the other thing about this pitch. What I'm loving a lot about is the outfield. It is so quick. It really is, and that's why I'm backing myself here. That's why I'm saying we're going to see a lot of runs. Last year, we see this one once again. The batter going towards the leg side, and he's going to hit. He's gone. I reckon this is going to be out. Yeah, the umpire has given it on field. It's been the old saying is you never run on a misfield, and Harun, the bowler, totally misses this. It gets past him, but then he recovers well, gets the ball, and runs out the batter. And that's going to be Donthi. After playing an intelligent shot for 4, he then, it's a suicidal run really, because he's thinking about it first hand and decides, no, watch this here. Pushes it, they say no, it gets past the bowler, but he says, no, you don't. Gets it, throws it in, bang, look, the umpire sees that easily. So well done to Harun Khan. It's not the first time we've seen a bowler being bowled in a run out, and it's another direct hit, so that's going to be a annoying departure for Nagendra Donti, because he was batting pretty well. I like the way what he was doing out there. But this is basically what I was thinking was going to happen here. He made a good start, but because the key batters are gone, the wickets are going to keep falling. The question for me is it going to be the case of boundaries on wickets, or is it going to be the case of dots and singles on wickets? They've just got to be able to keep the score going. Every batter's got to come out there and play their part.
Well, this is the last good bat you'd imagine at the top of the order for the Koln challengers. Sriram Gurumurthy hasn't really gotten going, all guns. But he'll hope that he can come good in the latter half of this knock. He's been joined by Arvind Muttasubramanian, who is at the non-striker's end right now. Harun Khan, of course, has already put up a better hand than he did with the ball yesterday. Wants to finish this off. Well, is that one edged? I think this one's been spilled by the keeper. There was a noise as it went by. Let's see if the umpire will agree. Well, there was definitely some bat in that. Let's take a look at this one. Zahir Abbas there tries to pouch that one. He was just slow with going down, wasn't he? Got his gloves to it, but it just hits the edge of them and spills down.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe a bit too far back there, perhaps. You don't see the ball. Is it just dropping short of him? Makes the effort. The bowler's very disappointing naturally. Good over though from Khan. Good spell from him. 17 he goes for. And you can see here, look at the bowlers there. I think Rana Singh, he was the one that was disappointing. He was expensive. Asad Mohammed were. That's the first 2 overs. That's how they got to 30 plus. But then after that, I think Michal and Khan have done very well. The question is, what does the captain do here now? Does he go back to one of those bowlers now that some of those hard-hitting batsmen are out? Not just yet.
He's gone to the new man, Shabir Ali. We haven't seen him bowl in this tournament so far. He gets taken to the boundary first thing.
Yeah, Shabir in the team today. And, classy all-rounder. But his first ball put away to the boundary, so he needs to come back strong. So not the introduction that he wanted to the game. Hello to Maya. Good morning, Maya. Maya and Sanduri having a nice conversation out there with a few other people as well. That's always nice to see.
Murthy finally found the gap there in the offside. Has been trying to pierce that gap for a while now. And he goes again. Has he struck that well enough? Yes, he has. The fielder there tries to clean up, but fails to get a hand on it. So just as we were saying, Sriram Gurumurthy needs to kick into another gear. He seems to have taken a liking to Shabir Ali. Is with an offer once again. His eyes lit up. He threw his hands through the line of the ball. So another boundary there for Sriram Gurumurthy.
Doing what they have to do. That's a key thing, and that's keep those runs coming from wickets of falling. And that's one of the things that we mentioned yesterday, one or two of the teams, that they got to scores, or close to scores, but for 4 wickets down, etc. And you just think, well, look, we got wickets, we had wickets in hand, why didn't we do better? Why didn't we get more runs on the board? And this is what I'm liking here from the challengers. You know, every batter's coming in, is playing their part. Gurumurthy, you know, he's a top batter. He played very well last year. And he's there at number 3, and he's keeping things going. And now he's just deciding now, as he's got a new batter out there with him, that maybe this is the time to start playing some shots. Maybe he's thinking that he's not maybe going to get too much more support from some of the others. Aravind on strike here now though, and that gets past him.
He's got some spice about him, does Shabir Ali. If he hits the right line and length, like on that occasion, he can induce a few play and misses. Arvind with the Subramanian will also want to get off the black rather quickly. Shabir Ali here. It's been a harsh initiation for him so far. This one's way off the line, and he would hope to try and hit. I think he was looking for that wide Yorker. Could be a very useful delivery, that, but when it goes missing, going to concede a few extras as he did on that occasion.
He gets a lot of swing, but he's got to control that swing. That seems to be the issue he's having here at the moment. You see that? I mean, that's what he's trying to do. That's good movement. It's good movement. You just think now, I mean, after getting those few deliveries out of his slung them through, he's starting to feel a lot better, starting to feel a bit more confident, starting to just get a bit quicker here as well. Let's see if he can get the ball in the right area. That's what he wants. Start on leg and swing it away.
He finds the gap there on the offside, the Subramanian. That will be his first boundary as well. They've taken a liking to the offside, have these batters.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that a lot of the runs, I mean, when you have a look at the wagon wheel for this innings, a lot have been scored in that area. And that's why we've seen the field as it's set here now. But when you see that, though, I mean, you'd be inclined, you would think that you'd have a backward point and also a man in extra cover. And we see Fredrick constant there as official timekeeper. The Cricket Network, welcome on board. It's always great to have new partners. So, Fredrick constant, another proud partner of the European Cricket Network. Great to have you on board, guys.
Just as great to have our moderators, nice and sprightly, always doing a fantastic job in our chat here. Danush Say, as well as Lincoln Beggs and Ivan. Thank you for being as great as you always are.
Asad Mohammed comes back. And this is hit pretty well. Watch the bounce on this. And well dealt with by the fielder. Okay, that's Rana Singh on the boundary. It's not the best of throws though. I mean, they've really have let themselves down in the field today. I mean, that was one of the things we were saying yesterday, that we thought that the Bonn Blue Stars were not at the best in the field, and they certainly haven't made too many inroads to improve on that. The backing up has not been good, it's been sloppy. The throws back to either the bowler or the keeper have not been good. They're giving away a lot of extra runs.
Murti has been cleaned up here. Asad Mahmood finding that Yorker when his team needed it most. I was just about to say that Sriram Gurumurthy has turned things around, is looking good on 25 of 16 balls. Tries to play another audacious shot through the offside, fails to make contact. And it's all timber here as we take another look at Asad Mahmood. This is what we were expecting from this experienced gentleman yesterday. He took a while to warm up, but he's a bit of an inside edge there.
Yeah, good bowling there. That's what we're talking about. That's the line. That's the difference. You get that line up there. The batter, as you said quite rightly, trying to work this ball out on the offside, not able to do so. Gets an inside edge onto it, loses his wicket. So important little finish coming up here now. I mean, we're into the 8th over, and Asad Mohammed, I'm pretty sure, trying to get the ball up there all the time as a new batter is coming in, and it's going to be Naresh Kumar. So could this be where they can apply the pressure and stop these boundaries and maybe keep this score to, well, under 100? Or will the batters still keep going, still keep finding those on average two boundaries and over, and take the score to around about what they would ideally want from here? I would say it's around about 110. That's the current rate as well. You see that at the bottom of your screen. So interesting little passage of play coming up here now for me.
Definitely, Rico. It's going to be interesting to see what these lower order batters can do in lieu of clearing the boundary. Srinivas, Naresh Kumar, known for his bowling. Well, a bit of a yes and a no there, but luckily for the Koln challengers, Asad Mahmood fails to gather that one cleanly. Could have been risky business otherwise.
Yeah, I think if he gets there, he's firing it back at his end, because I think the batter would have been a little bit stranded, but just couldn't get there. That's what they want to do here now, of course. They want to keep Naresh Kumar on strike for the rest of this over. Just keep him there, keep working away at him. Push the bat on this, they take it, get the single.
Good over here from Asad so far. Bowled an expensive first over. He's coming back quite nicely. How they played from here. They should certainly try and stitch together a partnership of sorts while they keep the momentum going. Well, he's hit that one straight to the captain, who spills it. And they try to steal a second here. Chance for a run out. I think that's a goner there. Asad Mahmood gets those bails off in a flash. And the non-striker there, well, it's caught in front of the skipper.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be happy about the catch going down, but he does. Well, he does. Comes and tidies up and says, "Don't worry, Skip. I'll save you." And he does. Look, in the end, he's out by a long way. And I can understand them taking that single, dicey one, maybe if we're into the end of the 9th over or the 10th over, but it probably was a little bit too soon to be just giving you a wicket away like that. So they're going to find that Naresh Kumar finds himself run out here.
So shot stay there, fortunately it was Naresh Kumar. This one's struck into the offside, another top edge there. That's going to the fielder in the deep. They're trying to steal another single here, another double here. Well, on this occasion, they make it safely. They're running for the throw there. Strong arm can catch them agonizing. They should be a little watchful here. Added to that total, as Rana Singh is going to be brought back. Bring this Koln challengers to a screeching halt if he can. The hat-trick hero from yesterday. He's got a job to do here, 2 overs to go. The Koln challengers will be looking to get past that 101 105 mark or so. They were in a grand position at one stage to do that quite easily, with wickets falling at regular intervals. They've been slightly pegged back.
Rana Singh, wasn't quite the start he wanted. 16 men of his first over.
Struck in the offside, and the skipper there gathers up cleanly this time. At some point, at some stage in this tournament, Rico, I'd like to see captains being more active and proactive in setting fields. Another streaker shot in the offside, another piece of footwork that goes all right. So 4 more runs for the Koln challengers. They won't be pleased with their efforts in the field today. They've gifted away at least about 10 to 15 runs here.
Well, Shabir, he's saying to the wicketkeeper Abbas, well look, if you think you can hit the ball into the back of the net, I can do the same as well. Have a look at this volley. Well, that was a pretty good volley, but again, it's not been good, is it? I mean, on top of my head, I'm going to say there's probably coming up to close to about between 16 to 20 runs that have been given away with fielding like this. This is struck pretty well. And, oh no, there's another one. He's saying, well, don't forget me. I've got a good left foot as well. And who was that this time? I think that was Shabir Ali. So we met Shabir Ali, Alam Shah, and also Zahir Abbas, all wanted to be part of this. Well, maybe the Bonn Blue Stars are putting a football team together as well.
Did I miss the memo this morning, Rico? Are we calling a cricket game?
Something's going on here.
Rana Singh's back here playing a miss. Bit of an extra bounce on that occasion for Rana Singh. Muthu Subramanian trying to flay that one away in the offside.
Yeah, so once again, I was saying him 16 to 20. You can add one more to that as well. The thing about that was you had a guy perfectly placed. The ball was coming straight to Assad, and you just saw there that Shabir came from nowhere and booted it out of the way.
Comedy of errors there. This one struck on the leg side. Inside edge on that one. Nice comeback here from Rana Singh after that boundary.
He wants to finish well though, doesn't he? If you finish this as well, I mean the score staying in the 90s, going into the last, like I say, this is what I was saying earlier. How will it go? Will it be that the boundaries dry up? That means that the Bonn Blue Stars, they keep this score to under 100, or will the boundaries stick going? Well, we have our answer. At the moment, they have dried up, and that's a good way to finish. End of the over. Despite going for 16 off his first, he comes back well in this one. So he goes for 24, did pick up that 1 wicket. It's 93 on the board, 6 wickets down.
6 balls to go in this piece. I'll be hoping that they can get at least 1 or 2 of those 6 deliveries across the fence. They won't care too much about how these runs come, and if at all there was a time to throw caution to the wind, it is now. They'll probably be looking to run very hard as well, Rico.
Yeah, Muthu Subramanian needs to get going here now. That's what is going to be on his mind. This one gets past him. And this is where you got to be, you know that, I mean, he's got a lot of swing, hasn't he, Shabir? He's getting the ball to swing around a lot. So I think you've got to be looking, maybe just take a stance slightly outside the off, get yourself into play, or you come down, you come well out of your crease. So you're looking to play that on the full, but really you've got to be looking to go over the top out on the offside. This time it's going to be too wide. So that's what I'm talking about. You can see what Shabir is going to try and do. He's going to try and get that ball starting on off and then swinging away from you. I think the batter, to compensate for that, has to maybe just come out of his crease and try to hit over the top.
What I like here is Shabir Ali seems to have clear plans in his head. He's trying to go for those wide Yorkers. This one's a bit straighter. He's foxed him there all ends. He was probably expecting another wide Yorker there, or one swinging away. This was dead straight, and he had the wickets in his crosshairs. A sound of timber once again. So he's doing a good job here, Shabir Ali.
Yeah, I'm liking that. That's good delivery. I think that's where you've got a bowler that's thinking he's thinking, okay, I'm getting the ball outside the off all the time. You can see the batters, you can see what they're trying to do. This is why I'm saying you want to change that card slightly, because what he's done, there's another batter that's just played the ball on a bit of inside edge and not being. He has got a bit of zip about it, and that's what I was talking about earlier this morning. If you are prepared to give it to him, if you are prepared to bend your back and attack, then the ball will reward you as well. Shabir is seeing that here as he picks up another wicket.